Hey guys, Jason from Calm Projects here. So I've been working on my RX8. I wish I would have filmed it, but here we got the intake manifold I have taken off. It looked terrible. Everything was black. There was solidified oil in here. It was terrible. I've been drenching it in carb cleaner and cleaning it out with brake clean the best I can. And then I took all the other small pieces to the tuning system in it, and they look absolutely phenomenal now. And I used, what was it? This can of Chem Dip right here. This stuff right here, amazing. Highly recommend it. But yeah, I'm almost done with this. Give it another few hours to let it soak. I got it completely filled up with more carburetor cleaner at the moment. Then once it's done, I'm gonna take everything and put it all back together after I blast it out with carb cleaner. Then I'm gonna start putting in the intake, the injector seals. Got all brand new injector seals for my injectors. Still got to clean the injectors. Other than that, I've been working on taking care of the oil coolers and oil cooler lines because I had a huge bearing failure in the engine. So it's basically completely screwed up. So that's it right there. Had a huge oil spill right there. So I've had to get a thing of oil dry. Ignore the trash bag over there. That's gloves and everything needs to be taken care of. But on another note, all the oil cooler lines are out. Oh yeah, I also had a huge battery acid spill right here, but took a drill with a wire brush to it, took care of it completely. I'll still got to clean up this piece on the Mishimoto radiator. That piece is just plastic and a little bit of aluminum on it, so that will just unbolt and I can just take that right off. It's no big deal. And then other than that, I still am debating if I'm gonna take the transmission out or not. I want to, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time to before the engine gets here. It's coming from Pineapple Racing in Oregon, so they should have it done around 5th or the 6th. So I've still got some work to do, but I'm not sure how long it would take me to drop that or not. So you gotta drop the exhaust and then the bar that goes from the diff to the trans, and then you got the carbon fiber drive shaft, which is a pain in the dick. So I'm not even sure if I'm gonna do that yet. I still also need to put in new oil coolers and new oil cooler lines I got from Mishimoto. So those are gonna be great. But other than that, that's the current update with this thing. Only other thing I can think of is I really do want to try and bend some of this back into place and repaint it. It's just, I had an issue where the engine fell on it with the hoist. So it's kind of beat it up a little bit. So I want to try and fix that up. Other than that, just I want to take this carpet out just to make it look a little nicer, but yeah, I'll get an update video as soon as I got the intake manifold cleaned up and it's ready to go. All right, so I decided I'm going to go through and clean all my injectors, and I got all new injector seals for every injector as well to go on there. So I'm going ahead clean through. I do have 2 sets, so I'm going to choose whichever ones look the best out of all of them. So I got 12 in total. I'm going to choose the 6 best ones, and then we're going to send it and then install them on the fuel rail, and probably whenever we finish with the intake manifold, install them on the intake manifold. So that way when the engine gets here, we can just pop it on. All right, see you guys when I'm done. All right, so back again. It is very late. I forgot to take the video. I was going to take a time lapse of me putting this back together, but I forgot to. But we got it all back together, except for the solenoid in the back, because I am still waiting for the gasket. Same thing for the gasket for both shutter valves and the SSV valve. Right now I'm currently working on the lower thermostat housing. It looks like crap, so I'm taking a wire brush to it, trying to get it cleaned up. And then after, I'm going to clean it up the best I can. Then I'm going to drop it in some Chem Dip. I also ended up getting the injectors done and all ready to go. So they look nice. They're all the new gaskets on them except for the primaries. The 2 red primaries, I had to order the lower O-rings for them that go into the block because the ones I had weren't big enough. So those should be here shortly. And then once that's all here, I'm going to put the fuel rail on the intake manifold as well as the SSV and the shutter valve. And that will all be done and ready to go. And then I'm going to put the thermostat in this with the upper thermostat housing on this once I get it done being dropped in Chem Dip overnight. And that'll be the end of the video. I'm glad you guys stayed around. And I hope you guys have a great day. Like and subscribe.